You guys are so cute. I just appreciate you so much. Chatterbox, really is good to see you guys talking about your holidays and all the things that are important to you. And yes, this is a pay-per-view show. Miss Hat Trick Smith, you're a nut. Anyway, this is Craft Roulette. What is Craft Roulette? It is the ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge, and we are live almost every week, saving a seat for Vu. We're always glad to meet new people, but man, we love our folks that come back every week so very much. We have a wonderful guest coming back for her fourth time to the wheel. So we were talking just a few minutes ago about the difference of how scared she was on her first visit, and now it's like, we're okay. She's okay. She's prepared. She's a good girl. It's Caitlin Anthony. We're going to introduce you to her in just a minute. Did you enjoy the show? Anybody afraid? Nobody's afraid of fun folds or, did I have this? I am Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun, your intrepid host of Craft Roulette. Still a little turkey hangover. Yeah, because I ate turkey dinner 4 times, breakfast, lunch, dinner, all those things several times. So I'm worried about my stretchy pants a little bit, but we're going to see what we can do. This is a card making show. We don't know what we're going to do yet. We're not going to teach you anything. And we're going to talk a lot. So if you don't want those things and do want those things, stick around. Let's have some fun. Slideshow was all those cards represented the parameters that we had last week. We're going to talk about them a little bit more and celebrate some of our achievers later in the show. But they were fabulous. And I really liked how 359 people put together November and aquarium colors. You did it. Remember, just about a week ago, we were going, what the heck are we going to do? But 359 cards later, you just said, hold my root beer, I can do this. There are also 4 videos in the episode menu, and thank you for making those, and already 7 bonus cards from our patrons, all based on those same parameters. Check out the gallery. It's over on craftroulette.live. It is good. Have a couple housekeeping things to take care of. Yes. 2 of them are happy, and 1 of them is sad. I'll give you the happies first. then we'll get on with the show. The happies are congratulations to our friend Justine Hovey, who had a baby son. We're so glad for you, and he has very, very cute feet. We haven't seen the rest of him, but I'm sure the rest is just fine too. And happy birthday to Grandma Gay's Mr. Santa. It is his birthday today. She will not be in our chatterbox. She's out partying with Santa. That's great. We're glad for you all. The sad news is, to me, after Thanksgiving, Team Orange kind of has to take a back seat. So I wore my Team Orange shirt because Christmas is now our focus, and orange and Christmas. But, then again, you did aquarium colors in November. Nothing stops us. All parameters are doable, even orange and Christmas. I'm pretty sure, but we will be back to orange and doing lots and lots of orange soon, I'm sure. If you wouldn't mind giving us that thumbs up, we would appreciate it. That tells YouTube some kind of secret code. And then if you could subscribe, hit the bell so that you don't miss a single minute of these wonderful shows because of our guests and because of your cards. So it's all good. But do that. We would appreciate it. We do have, this is the last week for our November spin sponsors. They have been so great to work with. Let's introduce them one more time to you. Whimsy Stamps. Paper Craft Store has been giving away a $25 gift certificate every week this month. Tonight, we're going to give one more away. This calls for confetti. Has also been giving away a gift certificate. We really appreciate you guys. Some of these are very small companies, and we're so thankful they put us in their budgets. Desiree Tangles with Paper is giving away her beautiful new stamps this month. They're very complicated and pretty. LDRS Creative, we got to meet Angie last week. If you're joining us again because you came to see Angie, welcome back. She is also giving a gift certificate this month. And then our friend Kathy Zilski is also giving away a gift certificate this month. It's like Christmas in November around here. Our main objective is not giving away stuff, even though we love to give other people's stuff away. Our main objective is to have some fun card making and being creative. That's that. The giveaways are they're just extra, and they're so much fun, and we love talking to these people and letting you know about them. I know some of them were having Black Friday sales, and maybe they're going on this weekend. We do have a page on our craftroulette.live. It says Associates, and then you drop down menu, Spin Sponsors, and you can see everybody who has been a spin sponsor for Craft Roulette. Craft Roulette is not sponsored by any company. We run on the generosity of our patrons. And there's how you, too, can become a patron. And at the fun table, we have special content just for them, including a third show called The Patron Show, where we got to hang out with Tracy Fear this week. And she and I just talked about cards, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed her company very, very much. And the thing about the Patron Show, when you get 359 cards to go through and you've got a whole day and you've got lots of noise around and you're going, oh, I need to do this. And, oh, I'm just going to go through a little faster. The Patron Show, we really take apart those cards, and it is funny how many questions we come up with because we slow down and we look at the cards a little more in detail. And people put so much effort and so much concern and care into it. It's a really nice thing for me to enjoy, and I appreciate having a patron come along and talk to me too, so I get to meet them as well. It's really fun. Do want to thank Marianne Hill in the UK for this beautiful crocheted creation for Mr. Mike and his little flannel shirt by the House of DeTizio. Yes, Arlene DeTizio herself made that little shirt. And then Lisa Bremer made those earrings. I thought they were so cute. I put them back on him today. So it is Christmas season after all. Marianne has little Christmas buttons all over his shirt. It's so cute. And she is amazing to do that. I don't know. He's got like 6 or 7 jumper sweater type things. All by Marianne. Thank you. Lots of innies. She always leaves me comments from the shows and say, heaps of innies. It's so cute. I just adore her. We do, by the way, this, there's a thing on Patreon. It goes under Mary Gun Fun. But there is a thing on Patreon that says, join the free patron level, and we're like, we don't have free patron levels. So that is a Patreon thing. We don't have any control on it. I don't like it, but it makes us look bad, but we don't have anything there. Our free content is this show and In Review, which is on Tuesday, which apparently is over my left shoulder. So enjoy those without any kind of obligations. We do have some new patrons that we want to welcome and thank. Rosemary, welcome. Taylor Koff? Okay, how would you say it? I don't know. It's Koeph. You can have fun with that one. And Marie, Catherine A, and Lori. I would love to know how to say your name, Taylor, because I don't like saying. It's like I fret about these things. I was being on Koff, Keef, Koof. But my guess is just a guess. But we are really glad for sure that you are here. We do have some merch. Da-da-da. For your Christmas stockings, don't forget to buy yourself a little something in case Santa forgets the Wheel Factory and the Craft Roulette Basic Stamp Set. Yay, yay, yay. That's exactly right. It is fun to have those things that show up on cards, and it's just like, oh, that's our stamp. Oh, that's our Wheel Factory. So thank you so much for those purchases. It does help us keep on the air. So here we go. Let's get this show started. For the fourth time from Delaware, our friend Caitlin Anthony. Please welcome her with a Craft Roulette. Welcome.
Hi.
Yay! It's good to have you back.
I'm so excited to be back. I'm ready.
You are. We were talking, I want you to introduce yourself, but we were talking before the show. She is prepared. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. She is not somebody, you're not a willy-nilly kind of person.
I'm really not. I'm a very much an over-analyzer, and at least I'm very self-aware. So I know what steps I can do to help myself feel more prepared, and I took most of them.
That's smart. That's smart. I like that. I appreciate it. I appreciate those efforts. Why don't you give a little introduction to yourself? Because there may be a few people that haven't had the pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Caitlin Anthony, but online I go by Caitlin Annalie Cards. I have been card making for about 5 years now, which is crazy. Like Mary said, this is my 4th time facing Mr. Wheel, and I'm just really excited to see what we make. I have never done scrapbooking, so card making really is my first and true paper craft love. I have a YouTube channel that I am wrapping up my 2nd year of. And it's, steadily growing. So anybody who likes to see some card inspiration, a lot of times I leave my bloopers in my edits so that when I make a mistake, I show how I try to fix it or what happens from there.
That's good stuff.
So if that's something you like, you can come hang out with me over there.
Let me interrupt for just a second on that. She is very close to getting the amount of hours where she can monetize her website or her YouTube channel. So make sure, if you could, to go ahead and subscribe to her channel. It's down in the description. And then go watch some of her videos. And I was saying, and then when you're going to bed, just put on that video again. Just play her videos and go to bed after you've watched a couple. And then in the morning, she'll have more hours logged in. So there you go. We got that one.
That's one way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Enjoy it all the way through. And then when you wake up and you think, wow, I'm kind of awake right now. What should I do? And then you look at your phone and go, oh, yeah, I can watch Caitlin. You don't even have to think. You can just go for it.
Yeah.
And wake up in the morning, keep watching Caitlin. It's not a bad gig.
Yeah.
I'm for it. So anyway, what else is new in your world? I know you've had a busy Thanksgiving and you're coming off of that, and we're all kind of
we had a fun Thanksgiving. I got a new job in June. So now I work for a really fun paper planner company, like daily planners, working on their social media. So it's been really fun to be able to use all of the knowledge I've accumulated from growing my own channel and Instagram page and TikTok and all of that, and being able to use it for a smaller company that's still like really tight little family-like group. It's been really fun.
That sounds like such a good fit for you, and I'm so glad for you. Because you have a lot of skill, and I know that you will use it wisely, because you're not willy-nilly. You'll use it wisely and for their benefit, and the world benefits because of that. So well done. Well done. Hopefully, we'll talk more about that as we go along. If you are here as a friend of Caitlin because of her work now, we'd love to meet you as well. Well, this is the friendliest group you'll ever run into. I dare say. Probably, most crafting groups are pretty friendly, but this is just a very special group. We love them so much. So say hi. We'll welcome you. You did have a question for me, though.
I did. What is craft roulette?
The question that we all ask every week about this time. Well, Chatterboxes, thank you for being here. Mr. Producer is behind the scene, the man behind the curtain, doing all the buttons, all the things, all the technology. Caitlin's here, I'm here, Mr. Wheel's ready. We'll be right back after this.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
Left, 10, up, down. Hello! That's us. That's what we do almost every Friday night. And we're going to do it again here in just a few minutes, but we're going to review last week's show one more time before we put it to bed, because sometimes those parameters are just kind of special and sweet, and we love them so much, even though they're crazy sometimes. And last week had a curveball. Last week, however, we had 359 contributions come in. That means we did go over 25,000 total contributions since we started getting cards from you all, which was in episode 2. Now we do have a little, you might notice, you might notice Antarctica. I have my doubts. I think it was a prank, but we'll get it straightened up for next week. And but look at all of your pins everywhere. We've got you all over the world. And Antarctica? Anyway, let's go on. There's our patron report. We do have patrons, like I said earlier, that support the show and that keep us coming back every week. Our project last time was a fancy fold. Colors were aquarium. Element was November. Random was 3-item cluster. So how did they think about this? Okay, so did it inspire their creativity? And I do I have something? Yes, I do have something to say about that. Laura Hodges said that Craft Roulette motivates her to keep on learning. And when I read her little comment, I thought, yep, you keep learning, but that's not really what we do. You keep applying what the parameters. I think that's more, it's just a wonderful thing, and you're applying your creativity, and well done all. How difficult was the challenge? You guys were a little neutral on that. I think it was the combination of aquarium and November, I would bet, because nothing else was, but 3-item cluster threw a few people off. Fancy fold was not everybody's favorite, so I can see. I think we got a good report for that. Did you enjoy the project parameter? I loved what you guys did with the fancy fold. I really did. Sometimes that strikes fear in people's heart, but you just handled it like champs. There are some fancy folds that are super easy, and I like seeing those, but man, there are some that made me go, huh? What? That's some kind of craziness. So well done. Did you enjoy the color parameters? I'm surprised that you like that more than neutral, because it was kind of a funny combination. And you liked the element. Your creativity with the November element was very, very impressive. There was literal November, like on Andrea, what's your last name? Aftermar. Her card with her little hand-drawn November calendar. That was beautiful. And then it also went to just kind of abstract and personal with birthdays and anniversaries. By the way, happy anniversary to the Mr. and Mrs. Birthday Bob. And then the random parameter 3-item cluster has also been kind of a fearful thing for people. So you handled it just like champs. You really did. Well, with champs with well-kissed brains. I'm proud of you. There's my card. It was I did a 3-item cluster in a little room group. My November was Get Cozy. I'm reading backwards. Aquarium colors were blues and greens and some neutrals. And then my fancy fold was a very simple Z fold. It was a fun card to make. We had a lovely guest, Angie Hunt, on from LDRS Creative. She made this cute little card. She made it look pretty simple, too. She didn't have any trouble. Her fancy fold was a gate fold. Her aquarium colors, you can see. Her November was what it looks like in Michigan, where she is in November. And her 3-item clusters were those little stars. Isn't that precious? Well done, Angie. We enjoyed having you on. Now, let's invite Miss Caitlin back for our parade of achievements. Well, I see Charlene Madrid. How nice. I got to meet Charlene Madrid today, so I'm double. I was kind of like, wait, where is she? Where is she? She's still around. We met for coffee. It was really fun. So, Caitlin, and I was telling Caitlin Anthony before the show that Charlene and Caitlin came on the show about the same time, and I couldn't remember which one was which at first until I got to know them, because they were both pretty girls with dark hair, and I couldn't really remember which one was which. But what did you say about being confused with Charlene?
That I have no problem with that. That's a compliment.
I thought so too. Well, this is the parade of achievements. I do want to say huzzah, huzzah, because we have 2 new mug clubbers. There's your stamp sets. They will be going out this week. And those 2 new mug clubbers are Amy Prather-Smith and Stacy Freer. Thank you so much for sending in 100 cards each. That's impressive. We're going to be saying huzzah, huzzah for and welcoming 9 new first-timers, major milestone achievers, our leading ladies, and we do have a new to Club 52 to say yay to also. So this is on a timer. We're just going to get your cards up here, take a peek, say your names, and keep moving. First-timers, we're so glad you're here. It's so brave. It's hard, but do it. I'm glad you got it. Bethany Weaver from Michigan. Pretty cut. Don T from New Zealand. Have you ever made those?
No.
They're
not
hard.
To.
Monica F from Pennsylvania. There's a Z fold, but with an extra flap. Norma Gwynn Watson from Indiana.
Yep.
It is. Team Orange. Misty Murphy from Washington State. That's
Team
cool.
Purple.
It's very much so. Jan D from Idaho. That's complicated. Jimmy Robbins from Tennessee. Happy Veterans Day with all the little signatures there. Kylie Eastman from Canada. We're so glad you came. Her November is cold. Rose Marie from Ohio. All we want to do. Thank you all for joining us. We're so glad. For our major milestone achievers, we'll start with 25, and then go 50, 75, and 100. Angie Downs from Nebraska. Cute. Well, also with 25 cards, Sandy Minotti. Congratulations. Pretty. Lisa G from New Jersey. I like those lace on those packages. It was pretty. Lori Van Doon from Canada. Original Londoner from Ohio. Well done. That's pretty. Mrs. Birthday Bob Sadler from Mississippi. An anniversary card. Don't look, Bob. 75 cards for Lynn Severson from Illinois. Tricky card. 75 cards, consecutive cards for Norma Garrett, mostly with Great Danes. Stacy Freer is our new mug clubber with 100 cards. And one Christmas card out of the way. Amy Preether Smith from Ohio has also sent in 100 consecutive cards. Outstanding. Yes, I say confetti to that. Ooh, more cheers. Our leading ladies start with Smurf Murphy with 151 cards. Jackie Muller from Australia also with 151 cards with a box card. Cute. Kathy Herring has sent in 155. Well done, Kathy. 5K now. 6K Lamone has sent in 157 cards. That's so many cards. Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis has sent in 168, and she has not missed a week. I got something to tell you about that. And Patty Beck, our leading lady, has sent in 185 cards. She hasn't missed a show since the episode 5. Welcome to Club 52, which means you have sent in 52 cards. Renee White from Iowa. Well done. Club 52 doesn't have any perks. No special parking. No special parking at Michael's. No special parking at Hobby Lobby. Nothing like that, but we sure appreciate you sending in all those cards. My goodness gracious. Yes, I was talking to Charlene today, and we were talking about our leading ladies and how outstanding their dedication and creativity and inspiration are. And we're talking, and I said, like Patty or Ellen did it, sent in a card on a cruise when she had back surgery, when she's had all these different things. She had COVID, and I was saying, I think her last breath is going to be, send in my card. Get it contributed. But we hope that last breath doesn't come for a really long time. It's really, really special to have these people in our group and part of our lives. We do appreciate you. And thank you so much for spending some time and sharing your creativity with us. It's just a treat. It really is. It's Christmas every week. So that was last week. Are you inspired? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Last week, I told Mary earlier, last week I got geared back up and I was like, I have to do this week because I've been meaning to get back into it. I have to practice. And then I made a card and I was like, this is not the one. So then I made a second card and I was like, this one's good. So now
it was cute.
I feel warmed up and ready.
It was super cute. I didn't think when you said you made one you didn't like it, I went, what was wrong with it? Because I only saw the second one and it was good looking. So
yep.
I don't know. We'll see what we got. If you can make November cards out of aquarium colors, I think we're good. I think we can do anything. We can do anything. We can. So, Mr. Producer, bring on those parameters, please. There it is. This is what we'll be working with tonight. We don't know which 4 will be chosen, but we're going to make a card for you right in front of your faces and your eyes. There you go. You just got to get your wits together. But we are going to veto 4 of those parameters. That means we are going to tell Mr. Producer, we're going to tell Mr. Wheel no to 4 parameters chosen by our patrons. Our patrons of over 300 were polled, and they said no thank you to Spanner card. Mr. Spanner. Oh, I forgot something, didn't I? Yo, no, I didn't forget something. I did forget something, but I didn't forget something. They said no to spanner card, as you can see, by a lot. They really don't like that. Have you ever made a spanner card?
I have not, so I am grateful to my fellow patrons.
I'm not feeling it tonight either, because I'd have to explain it, and I don't want to. So, well done, patrons. Kiss your brains. For our color veto, what did they say no to? Survey says scarecrow. I can see that. I can see that going out. We're kind of over it. I mean, I'm into...
Christmas started today, officially.
It did. And you have seasonal favorites. I know. You're seasonal. You're Team Orange seasonally.
Yes, for Halloween.
Yes. This makes complete sense. Well done, patrons. For element, survey says no to... globes. Yes, of course, globes. By the way, you can use any of these vetoed items if you want to, if they fit in the parameters that we do get. If this doesn't make any sense to you because you're new here, hang on. We'll explain each and every one of these kind of things that are going on as we go along. And for random, what did the patrons vote out tonight? Are we going to be able to use abstract blobs? No, well, we're not going to be doing bokeh tonight. So that's okay, people. We're loving on that too much. Patty, good news. You can still use the packaging you've been saving. So she mentioned that. She said, I hope it's not packaging because I've been saving all this stuff. I do have a little dish of things over there if I need them. So, truth be told, full transparency. You get to veto something if you'd like. I'd be surprised if you don't.
Yeah, I would love to take Dial off the table.
Dial, number 15 in random. Yeah. Nobody likes you. I'm sorry. I think it's going to be on the naughty list this year.
Yeah. And was not excited about figuring that one out tonight.
If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. So what would you like? Where are you going to put your chips?
Yeah. So my wish list is number 17, encouragement for a project. I love an encouragement card. It's very open-ended.
That's true.
Number 2, happy colors. Again, very for debate. Anyone's happy color could be whatever they want. I specifically picked Black Friday to be here because I love black. So happy color is very much an opinion.
Yes. This is true.
For element, I picked drinks, number 5, because I am a coffee lover and I have many, many coffee stamp sets.
I like that.
Then my random, I picked number 1, polka dots, because I feel like that's the easiest to incorporate into any design.
It is almost polka dots is like the guest's favorite. If you had guest choice on random, they would say polka dots. 9 out of 10 times, it seems like.
I definitely didn't mind the clusters of 3 from last week, though, because with sequins and stuff, that didn't feel scary. But polka dots, because that could also be polka dots as sequins, but...
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So maybe we'll get it. We'll see how this Mr. Wheel is feeling. We are going to give him a warm-up spin because he needs it. He's been sitting up on the shelf for a week. Vanessa loves those choices. It would make a good card. So I hope we can get something close to it at least. For project, what are we gonna do, Miss Caitlin? Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it?
Yeah.
Okay. 19. Drop down. Okay. We'll figure all these things out. For colors, what will we get? Spin, spin, spin. Supper table should be fresh in our mind. You could have very happy colors in supper table. For element, can we get something that makes sense with these things? 21 seasons. Okay, I'm starting to see something come to my brain. And for random, we are going to talk about each and every one of these chatterboxes. Get ready. You are the brainiacs of the group. Shiny. Okay. Well, Anybody in the chatterbox would put those together normally? I don't know. I would certainly not put those things together. This is the time where I give my speech. Are we ready for my speech? My speech includes, this is your art project. We're not going to tell you what to do, what to use, or how to do it. We just want you to take those 4 parameters and create something family-friendly and handcrafted. We also like to acknowledge that in art, there are very literal interpretations to very abstract and personal interpretations, such as you could say, HEY Google, what are supper table colors? I don't know even if Google would know, but it may know, and it may give you a little color palette you could work with. Or you could just think of what is at your table, and before we go too far, it doesn't need to be the focal point. It can also be something you just kind of fit in. So if you want to take something about seasons, this is good too, because we do have a lot of people in the Southern Hemisphere, and so they're in a whole different season than we are. And so we might even get some Christmas cards with beach Santas.
I love surfing
we've got him
Santas.
all. Yeah, so while we're getting him all dressed up.
And it doesn't say current season. You can choose the season.
Yeah. So if you want to stay in fall with Halloween, you're good to go. So anyway, those are just the things to remember. You do need to use the 4 parameters. If you do send in a card, and we hope you do later, we'll tell you how. Make sure you describe how you use those parameters so that we can enjoy what you did. Drop down. Okay, project that's drop down. You can have something drop down out of a card. You can have something dropping down on a card. I suppose you could actually drop the card and say, drop down. I dropped it down. You can drop it down on the floor and then pick it up and maybe pick up some dog fur. So all sorts of different ways that you can do it. My thinking on drop down could be confetti or something on a string or ribbon that drops down and is part of the card. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking one time I did, I think for a craft roulette card, where it was almost like a trifold, but like up and down, so that like the front panel was thinner and it opened, and then the card opened up all the way. So that would be like a drop down element, maybe.
So instead of side folding and instead of top folding, you'd have a bottom
with
fold.
like an extra little surprise. Yeah.
You could put just a little tab over the top too. It wouldn't even have to be so you have the drop down the front. That's a good idea too. I like that. Snow dropping from the sky could be something that's dropping instead of the actual card dropping down. We're good with whatever you do on that. Let's see, what a spider.
It just needs to feature a drop down of some sort.
Shaker is a great idea, Angela, because all the little
shaker card.
Yeah, all the little bits drop down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really fun idea. See, I told you these little crafters are so good. A matchbook fold can be a drop down. Waterfall element, those are all good. Computer with a drop down menu, that's a cute idea. Yep, I think we're gonna have a whole lot of variety. Just now it's gonna be the thing about picking which one to use. Supper table colors. Do you have black plates?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. But the first thing that came to my mind was like the table runner. I feel like depending on the season or the holiday that you pick, the table runner colors could be what you turned into your color palette, and that's really anything, right?
Yes, it is.
Your tablecloth or your runner could be anything.
It is. It's more of a, what do you think of, what are your impressions? It's a completely interpretive kind of approach to color palettes. And so if you want to take food off of a supper table and use those, like maybe you think broccoli, white mashed potatoes, green broccoli, you could make a card with just 2 colors and say that was my interpretation of a supper table. Or you could go the whole cornucopia and have all sorts of colors also. It's up to us. We get to do what we want. A lot of times people will put their colors with their element. So we may end up with some elements of seasonal tables, which wouldn't be a bad thing either. You made a table last time you were on, I think, didn't you?
I don't even remember. Probably.
It seems like you did.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds like something I would do.
And you did it really fast.
The first one is so stuck in my mind because that was like such a weird shift to try to make that purse that's the only one that I think is going to stick with me. Maybe this one will be so good it will replace it.
Oh, that would be nice, kind of replacement therapy. So seasons, are you going to go fall?
I think I'm going to go winter just because now I'm in the winter mood.
Okay.
If it was last week, I probably would have stuck with fall, but
right, I gotcha. And you, like we said, you are seasonally team orange, but you are team purple almost the rest of the time.
Yes.
So could you do team purple with your supper table colors?
I could probably add it in.
Yeah, yeah.
Luann Johnson said seasoning like salt could also work, which I thought was good. So if you wanted to do table or some sort of supper table.
That is pretty clever. You know, there's also China. So I see somebody, Tracy Fair, talking about China. You know, a lot of China will have gold, and foiling is so popular. So we might get some foiling. Yeah. So that would work too. You guys are so clever. Seasons, I think you can do anything from a season as well, as long as it feels like it's telling the season parameter, giving some kind of nod to a season that we can say, yeah, I think so. Are you ready for Valentine's yet?
No.
I can't even get behind it.
That's January. That's what January crafting's for.
I think so too. I saw Valentine on Instagram. I couldn't swipe fast enough. I wanted away. It's like, no, give me my Christmas. Give it to me. So I don't know. Maybe some Christmas supper table kind of centerpiece inspiration for me. And I want to do a Christmas card. I'm in. Yeah. Shiny. I bet we'll see some Rudolphs. His little shiny nose. Anything shiny, you could use paper. You can use, again, if you had foiling, it could be shiny. Any kind of gem or glitter that would be shiny would be pretty.
I think I'm going to go shaker and do sequins in my shaker and get 2 birds with 1 stone on that one.
That's a really good idea. Yeah, you can, double dipping is fun. Double dipping is fun. Triple dipping has happened a few times. Quadruple dipping, I think, has happened maybe once.
It's the rarest of dippings.
It is the rarest of dippings. But it's still fun. It's still fun to play with. I see shooting star. Hey, Heather. A mirror card. Oh, Margot, you'll get it. She's a little stumped, but just hang on. Well, I bet you can figure something out. Rain glistening by a rainbow. That's a pretty thing in spring. Yeah, you guys have got your well-kissed brains engaged. I'm impressed. We're going to do this. So I think it's time for you to get to watch our ads for our second show and our die set. We'll be right back, ready to craft. Won't you join us? Thank you. Does card making ever wear you out? Are you just having one of those days? Do you ever say to yourself, I wish there were more Craft Roulette on each week? Well, have we got good news for you? In Review is like part 2 of Craft Roulette, which features you, our card contributors. It'll be easy to find because it airs here on our Craft Roulette YouTube channel. We go live almost every Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central, and we do a number of fun things during the show, including Mail Call, where I share some of the nice cards and goodies people send us. our card showcase, where we take a longer look at some of the contributions sent in from the most recent episode. And our Who Done It mystery game, where I recreate a card from the most recent episode's gallery, live on air. Everyone in the live chat gets to try and figure out which card I'm recreating. So, if you want more of what we do on Craft Roulette, you'll love our show, In Review. The Who Done It mystery game is just a game, and we do not actually solve mysteries, but we do actually solve mysteries. The show is supposed to be on Tuesdays, but we reserve the right to reschedule as necessary. Mary will not always know what she is doing, especially with buttons and or math. Stretchy pants and snacks are not required, but advisable. Please bring a friend. Too much fun for one person included. Hey, Cool Mary here. You might remember me from my breakthrough role, the In Review infomercial. While normal me and the special guest are gathering their supplies, let me take this opportunity to tell you about our stamp set, our die set. Whoa. Let me, Cool Mary, show you what you can do with them. Tubular. Whoa! Gnarly. Yes, you can order these off our web shop. Every purchase helps support our shows, and in return, you can be like me, Cool Mary. Oh my gosh, that last shot always gets me. I don't watch it very often, but that last shot. Oh, gnarly, man. Gnarly. She's so cool. Yes, Aunt Allie, she's so cool. Grody to the max. Oh, I hope she's not too grody. Yep. We do have a lot of fun on Tuesdays. We'd love to have you come over and join us for a In Review. It's a very relaxed, small little group, and it's fun. We have a lot of fun. And those detectives, man, they are sharp. So if you think you're new and you're just going to come over there and it's going to be a cakewalk, it's not. They're tough. They are a tough bunch of card detectives, but we are so glad that they're here.
Caitlin is ready.
Ooh, she's fast. Well, here we go. I'm taking your idea because I always take other people's ideas. That's what I do. And I just made a card with a little flap on top, which was my idea. So that's kind of tubular. And then drop down front. And I'm also going to have some little bugs, but I'm not sure how. I'm either going to have them drop down, like down, or depending on how fast Caitlin is. And it looks like she's pretty fast. So I'm going to start going here. What do you got up your sleeve?
It's funny that you're going to do that idea because I'm going to not do that idea.
Oh!
I'm going to go
what came to your
shaker.
well-kissed mind?
Yeah, I'm going to go shaker. And I'm going to say apple pie is what's on my supper table.
Okay.
So I'm going with my reds and browns, and that's my color story I'm going with.
I like it.
I'll make a little fake little wooden table in my background.
you made a little table last time.
Yeah, my whole background panel is going to be it this time. So
You're so talented.
but I love a flat shaker card. So
They are cool. They are. They're much more likely to be mailed, don't you think?
yes, and I love being able. I'm going to use up some leftover packaging, and I love
Good.
feeling like I'm recycling and doing good for the world by buying more things so I can have packaging. That's how that works, right?
That is exactly how it works.
That's what I thought.
I am so glad that somebody else understands these things as well as a crafter. Only a crafter gets that well.
Yeah.
Is that retail activism?
Yep. Yep. Like that whole thing went around with like girl math. This is crafter math.
I'm in. I can understand
Not to
that.
be confused with what happens after a crafter leaves their craft room, which is also crafter math.
But no fairies come in and clean up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different.
That is different. We're still waiting for that to happen. But I think we're going to wait a long time. Now your space where you craft, we've talked about this before, but it's in a hallway and it's not big.
am. Yep, I am in a hallway between my living room and my kitchen. There was a dining room, and we only had one bathroom when we moved into this house. So as soon as I had my first daughter, I was like, this is not going to work. So my husband took half the dining room and turned it into a bathroom and brought our laundry upstairs, which was like a gift in and of itself. So now I have what's left, which is just kind of tucked in the corner of this walkway.
And you make the most of it.
I do. I try.
Yeah.
I've had to get a little creative, and it's not always clean, but I do try to minimize the mess because I can't just shut the door and forget that it's there. It's
Right.
the whole family has to function around it. So
It's very, very thoughtful. And I bet everybody appreciates it. Plus, you set a good kind of example for your daughters.
yeah, and they love crafting, they love art, they love all of that. They get all excited when I let them stamp out their own cards and color them and stuff. So they get in on it too.
Yeah, yeah, and plus they learn how to keep it clean and be respectful. That's good parenting, Caitlin.
I'm trying.
It's hard. Yeah. It's not an easy job. So I've never liked how things turn out when I use this dark green and white, but we're gonna try it anyway. Maybe it'll work this time. Probably. We'll see. So if these guys, I think I have some paper I can put there that will be easy. I do. That's going to be fine. And I think we've talked about this before because I was having these young, talented card makers on, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I've been card making for about 9 months." And they're doing these outstanding things. And then I realized, well, they've grown up their card making skills on YouTube, and we used to have it so much more difficultly and so different. So you guys really did come up the ranks in skill so much faster than the old girls, but it's impressive nonetheless. I'm not taking it away from you because it's impressive.
Yeah, I discovered card making via YouTube. I had no idea that this community really existed before then. So I find it as such a blessing to be able to connect with people from all over via the internet, because I can't imagine, like, it's cool to, it had to have been really fun to have those like stamp parties and stuff and be able to like actually really get to know people. But I just, with how things have been the last couple of years, if there wasn't an online card community, I don't know what I would have done.
Right. Would you mind telling us a little bit about your entrance? Because you had kind of a tough time, and that's how you came to card making.
I did. So, sorry, I'm pivoting my plan. What I was making, I decided I didn't like.
You
So
can do that.
I had some postpartum depression with my first daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started realizing I was having some anxiety and depression symptoms early on in my second pregnancy. And because I knew how crappy I felt the first time, I didn't want to let it get to a spot where I was in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So I got some help early on, and my doctor had recommended that I be really careful about what kind of content I was consuming.
Mm-hmm.
And so I watched a lot of Bob Ross, all of the Bob Ross that was free to stream at the time, in fact. And when I ran out of Bob Ross, I was like, well, what am I supposed to do now? Like, I just can't watch TV. Like, what am I going to do? Because my husband used to work nights. So I was like, well, I'm not just going to be like by myself at home sitting in the dark.
Yeah.
So I went on YouTube and I was like, there have to be other artists out there making like just good, happy, wholesome, fun, artistic content. And I found Angie from Chicken Scratch. She does Stampin' Up stuff still.
Mm-hmm.
And I found Kelly Letavola, now Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like immediately mesmerized. I was like, this is magic. How are they doing this? How, like, this is just so crazy. Sorry, that was probably really loud.
Okay.
And so I started watching them, and then I found even more people from there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was just so amazing. And it felt like this like little gift I had been given.
Oh.
And then when COVID, so then what happened was Lon Fawn came out with a pumpkin spice stamp set. And I am at my core, probably now like a third of my body is just made out of pumpkin spice at this point. So I was like, oh, well, obviously I have to get that.
You'll have to tell me what she's saying.
And I'll just get the one stamp set. I'll make my one little like thing that I want to make, and then that'll be it. And I'll just keep watching, and it'll be fine.
Well, hang on. You can still talk to everybody, but my earpiece just fell out, and I can't find it. Tonight's tech problem is brought to you by.
Yeah. But yeah, so
Jump sometimes.
I got
Dang, I wish we'd gotten that
and then it was a very
on the
slippery
floor
slope from there.
parameter. I'd put my earpiece on it.
And when
For Pete's sake.
when COVID happened, I had been making cards for a little bit, and that was the
Mr.
final
Producer is
push
on
I
his
did.
belly, crawling around trying to find it. Those things hop.
During COVID, I got furloughed from my job, and I decided that was the time I would finally learn more about social media and the algorithms and editing. And I started my own Instagram channel, and then from there started a YouTube channel so that I could share the stuff that I was making and share my successes and my mistakes and try out new things.
Open drawer. Thank you, sir. We got new earpieces, and they don't fit my ear quite. It has
We
been
gotta get you those
found.
little sizers.
Oh, man. Oh, sorry. What'd I miss? I want more. Redo.
Just like my whole life story. It's not really like a big deal.
No. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Caitlin,
Well, thank you.
Kat in the chat is asking what stamp set that is.
Oh, so the background stamp set I'm using is from Sweet November Stamps.
Yay, Amy.
Flip it. It is the Winterscapes Horizon Line stamp set. So I just stamped that guy. That's going to be my background. And then I'm using another Sweet November set, these reindeer that just came out that I'm like in love with. And we're going to put him on the front of the shaker. The scene's going to go inside my shaker. And then he'll be on the front, looking extra cute.
That will be cute. I think I'm going to do a little die cut right there. Well, thanks for holding down the fort.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, I went through, YouTube and COVID being my push and to start my own channel and my Instagram. But yeah, it's been really fun. This is just such a great community. And now I design team for Sweet November stamps, Pink and Maine, Purple Onion designs, and I'm doing some guest work for My Favorite Things.
That's so good. That's a lot.
Yeah, and I go live twice a week. I know I saw like a couple people, Melissa and Dawn, and Jay, and even more. I saw a bunch earlier of people jumping in and saying hi from Pink and Maine for my live. So I definitely appreciate you guys being here, having my back for that.
That does mean a lot. It really does. To see friendly faces, I changed my mind. So thank you. Thank you for doing that. Angie Down says your fingernails are so pretty.
Oh, thank you. That's been its own interesting journey. When I started doing YouTube and I realized my hands were going to be on screen so much, I decided to teach myself gel nails. And then last spring, I developed an allergy to gel polish and had a very gross and weird reaction.
Oh dear.
That we don't need to go into. But as somebody who's showing their hands on screen for large amounts of time every week, it was very disheartening.
Mm-hmm.
But I healed my fingers, and now I learned dip powder. And fun fact, you can't be allergic to dip powder. You can't get an allergy, I guess I should say. So now I'm learning dip powder instead.
Oh, that's great. Well, you have a cosmetic or makeup background, so.
Yes. Yeah. So I never went and got licensed. And my aunt keeps telling me I should at this point just to have it because I have all these interests anyway.
Yeah. Well, would you do nails or cosmetology?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty happy where I'm at.
Yeah.
Job-wise, and I feel like at this point I really can't take any more hobbies. So
no. I can that's probably really true. Really, really true. Because you're pretty busy because you have a family too.
You only have so many hallways that you can occupy.
Right? I can't fit any more stuff in this house. If I get anything else, I'm gonna have to move out into the backyard or something.
And that's why we need to get you monetized so you can have a little more room.
Yeah, a she shed or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have two daughters, Alex and Kenzie. They're 9 and almost 7.
Aww.
They're super fun. They're super good girls. They're so smart.
Of course they are.
They're always getting awards at school, and Alex they don't get lettered grades here until 4th grade.
Okay.
So she just got her first one for first marking period. She got straight A's.
Bravo. Well
so
done.
Proud of her. Ken's got an award from her teacher for the marking period for being a good student.
That's wonderful. Yeah.
Very proud mama.
Oh yeah. That's real good. You got it.
And they
it
think
just
the
takes
coolest
the
thing
pressure
ever is being on like my TikTok or my YouTube or whatever. So they think I'm pretty cool most of the time too.
You're the cool mom.
Yeah, most of the time.
Some of the time, at least. Yeah. Well, there are times where you just have to not be the cool mom, but I'm sure you know when. Yeah, well, thanks for telling that story because I think sometimes we just accidentally fall into card making and or just love cute so much that we go into card making. But then there are times that it's really been a very a strong reason and kind of a mental health kind of thing, and we've met several people like that, and it's or recovery.
Yeah, I definitely
Stacy.
feel like I was like called to it almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool. Like Stacy Thacey did it as therapy, her own therapy for recovering from a stroke.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that something? She has an
I mean, it
interesting
does take
story.
all that hand-eye coordination, right? All
Mhm.
that
Mm-hmm.
being really careful with how you're moving everything. It makes sense.
And then she ended up making lots and lots of cards every week and sending them to people because she just did. Has an interesting story. She's been on our show. If you want to learn more about that, you can go back in the episodes and meet her. She's a nice gal. Ooh, that's already looking really pretty.
Thanks. Yeah, I like it so far.
Yeah. Was that one stamp? I didn't see.
Yeah, so far I just did one big chunky stamp from that
Okay.
stamp set. But it's cool because you can like layer all three if you want and like just
Oh,
like
wow.
stack them up
Uh-huh.
the card. But I really want that reindeer to stand out. So when we add him to the front.
Right. Are you an inside the card person? Do you do stuff inside or not?
No. Nope. I'd
You
say 95% of my cards are just completely blank in there.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah, I usually find that I can make them stretch a little further topic wise if the inside is blank.
Right.
And when
Do you
I
use
don't
this?
I don't send a ton of my cards, as many as I should, but when I do, I like to write a novel inside. So
I like it. I like it. This card has very limited colors, very unlike my normal choices, but I was thinking I was kind of far out. There we go. There is a light blue in there I can get matchy with.
yeah, I really appreciate and enjoy in general, not even just right now that I'm in the hot seat, but in general, this new style of color parameter
Oh, good.
versus the like blue, green, yellow, and then your neutrals.
Yeah, that's good. I like it too because we get to just take our little thoughts and develop them a little bit. And you can still go back if you don't want to do it. You can always go back to the old days on an old parameter from an old show and pick one and go, well, how could I work that into supper table colors?
Yeah. Right. Or just decide in your head what 3 or 4 colors for you are supper table and then stick to that scheme only.
I think since colors are so vast, it can throw people for a loop, and me included, thinking I have so many choices. But if you just come at it let's just choose 4 colors or 3 colors and just see what you can do with it, then it's not so daunting. But when you think of it, the whole
the
rainbow.
other way for me, because I love seeing cards so much.
Yeah, you do.
Having such a limited thing makes me feel like I can't do everything I want to because it just wouldn't make sense.
It was getting tricky because cameras aren't always the same and our computers are different, and so we weren't being able to see and what they were showing exactly, and if there was somebody that had done an extra one, then what? And so yeah, it's kind of like, let's protect the fun.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you like it. It doesn't bother me. And I think each of the topics, the color palette topics, do lend themselves to certain thoughts. But not everybody's got the same certain thoughts, so it's all very fun.
Yeah.
What do you think about first when you think of a supper table? Do you think about yesterday's spread? Do you think about a picnic? There's so many options. It's a fun thing. I hope everybody likes it.
I'm sure if they didn't, you would have heard by now.
Oh, I have. I have heard a few. Yeah, a little bit. But it's okay. Is this a good color? Let's see. Ooh, I don't want to do it there. These are cute little Christmas cards. Cups.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm going to put some polka dots on them.
See, you're still going to work in those polka dots because you know it's the best one.
I know. I'm doing it for you. In honor of you. It is a good one. I love polka dots.
Don't forget your shiny.
Oh, that's right. I don't want to forget my shiny. Thank you. Because I had. Is Deputy Heidi here? Oh, we almost got in trouble. So, Alyssa Howard is talking about she's got some stressful situations in her life. And when she has a stressful day, she starts making cards. So, do you still kind of go that way?
I do. Sometimes if I'm working on like an assignment type of card, it's not always fully stress relieving, but I've also over the years tried to curate who I'm working with so that I know it's not going to be stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's certain companies and styles of things that I'm just so drawn to that it makes the process really easy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm at a very happy spot right now where even when I have a to-do list to work off of, it's easy to pick something from that list that I'm going to enjoy, like truly enjoy making. And it's not just checking something off of a list, which I think is really important for anybody who does either do design teamwork or wants to get into that world of card making, because it definitely feels like a different world.
Yeah, I don't want to pick a team that you don't like their stuff.
Yeah. Well, in the beginning, it's tempting because you're so nervous that you just want to get experience. Mm-hmm. Right. So there's like, you might say yes to someone that you do like, but maybe it's not like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can grow from there. But now I'm definitely at a point where I like truly love the teams I'm on. And the work balance is
You've earned it. And you've earned it. You have. I wonder. Oh, this is not I wonder if this comes out like this and then flops. Or these are just dropping down. I folded this funny. Well, I think you have quite a workload.
Yeah.
You can't dilly.
I do.
Again, you can't dilly-dally.
No. And I'm pretty much between lives and it's like things that are due. I'm crafting almost every night. I try to take at least one night a week where I'm not. Mm-hmm. But my husband's a musician and he live streams his music out in the garage. So it's like it works. Mm-hmm. Once the kids go to bed, we each kind of do our thing for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then hang out for a little bit together before bedtime. So
that's real good. Yeah. Do you want to give us his YouTube channel? Would we like to see
he's actually on something called Kick. And I don't know enough about it to tell you to go over there.
Okay.
But I appreciate the thought.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get him on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I don't know anything
by the next time I'm on.
About Kick. I've never heard of that one, but there's so much going on. It's hard to keep up. I think I will. Let's go ahead and just do this. Get that white space out of there. That'll be cute. I made a Santa with a green hat. This may be a first. I'm feeling wild.
Confused Santa?
Well, I know.
It's red hat in the wash. It's laundry day, right?
He's hunting this weekend for presents. Okay. Presents in the woods. Christina Brome often uses green Santas, and she's like the expert, so I'm going with her plan. Because she always makes Christmas cards year around. So she takes these crazy parameters and makes them into Christmas cards. And she's had some wild ones.
Yeah, I'm very seasonally motivated. So like when they want us to do Christmas and July stuff, that's always a struggle for me. It feels too fake.
Yeah. Well, I have a little trouble navigating back to reality sometimes when I'm put in one of those situations. It's like, I'm having trouble here. I just did Christmas cards, but it's hot outside.
Yeah.
That didn't work. I'm pretty inflexible, I guess. C'est la vie. Okay. Now, your plans, guys. I'm going to put a string behind here, and they're going to drop down when you open it. They're going to be cute. That's their job. They have one job. It's to be cute.
Or skewed, right?
Or skewed. That's right. Skewed is a real word that doesn't really exist outside of our world. It's super cute, and it gets right to the point. Gotta get some more of that brown.
It's so weird to not be like actively explaining what I'm doing.
That's actually an often made thought or expressed thought, because from people that mostly do process videos.
Yeah.
It's a jump.
Well, see, when I do my videos, I do voiceovers. So I'm trying to get into that mindset of just like creating. But when I'm live, either on my channel or for Pink and Maine, it's all, questions and answers and explaining every step and saying every color out loud so you can like know where we're at. And it's just like, no, don't say that. No, don't say that either.
Would you feel better if you told us what you were doing? You can explain it.
I'm just coloring.
Okay. Do you have any, you want to share a coloring tip? Because we all love those. I'm sorry. Yeah. Do you want to share a coloring tip? Because we all love them.
Oh, a coloring tip.
Yeah. You're not forbidden to say something, but
I don't know. Okay. Now I'm on the spot. I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's all right. Do you usually, when you do color like that reindeer, it looks like you have a whole bunch of neutrals. How many do you think you use?
Oh, by far, I have those like organized more like marker towers. And I have one whole tower that's only neutrals.
Oh,
only
wow.
Grays and browns. So yeah, I don't have all the Copics, but the ones that I have the most neutrals by far.
Interesting. I don't think most people would start there.
Yeah, I think because of the kind of scenes that I like to do. I started with greens and browns first.
Okay. Did you ever take classes for that, or did you just kind of pick it up on YouTube and?
Yeah, so I've taken a couple like Sandy Allnut classes online. But those are very much like self-driven too. Okay. I've watched a lot of like Amy Young from Sweet November Stamp. She does lives on most weekends. And she just color. It's like 2 or 3 hours of coloring. And she'll break down exactly what she's doing. So that's kind of where I started learning scenes, and I would just kind of take stamps that I had that felt similar, and I would just try to kind of copy along. And then it kind of grew from there of me just taking the time to kind of experiment and see what I liked. But I haven't taken like a formal class.
Yeah. I'm not doing anything special.
Which is better because
Well,
as long as you're willing to experiment and take some risks, because then you learn different, like you learn things in a way that where it makes sense to you instead of just doing something because somebody told you to.
Yep. You had to figure it out a little bit.
Yeah. Trial and error.
And that's a whole nother kind of learning. Oops, wrong way. Almost messed it up. I got to remember shiny. What are you doing for? Oh, you got a red nose, I bet. Do you have a red nose?
And I'm going to do the sequins inside this shaker, inside my scene.
All right. Because it's not very high up on my radar right now, but I'm getting to the point that I should think about it. Whoa. Okay. Well, this is a card that would never have been made. Thank you, Mr. Wheel. I'm glad to do it for you.
I'm not going to lie. I might have made this one on my own.
Really?
I mean, I didn't have plans for it, but this one, it feels the most natural of any roulette card I've made, even when I wasn't on, even the ones I just made as a viewer.
Good. Maybe you're just getting natural.
I think I also just got lucky with these parameters. But yeah.
Yeah, you're just good. I would give you high marks, just like your daughter's got.
Oh, thank you.
Sure. Oops. Come on here, guy. There we go. So do you have, speaking of your room and all the things that are clever, you do have a YouTube video on a tour of your craft room, don't you?
I do, and it's so crazy. It's like it makes me cringe every time because I specifically didn't clean before I filmed it because I wanted it to be honest, and like I put that in the title. And like admitted that it was small, and it is by far my top performing video of anything I've ever made.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got like thousands and thousands of views versus my normal like couple hundred. And it's both refreshing and humiliating to know that the world has seen the dust and the scraps on my floor and all of that. So
yeah.
But it's real life.
Yep.
I feel like if people are going to watch me, they should know that that's what they're going to get. So
that's good.
And I feel like it's easy to see all of these other amazing crafters who it is their full-time job and they've been doing it so long. So it makes sense. But they have these beautiful rooms that are just like an IKEA showcase room. And everything's perfectly labeled and everything's always put away. And it's like, that's not achievable for most people. It's just not.
Yeah.
And thinking that that's what you have to be a professional card maker is also.
I hope they don't think that.
Not cool.
Yeah. Because now in that, somebody, Kathy Day was asking about your tabbed storage system. Is that part of that?
So yeah, well, I use the Target or wherever plastic folders.
Okay.
And cut them apart and just take packaging. Like, let me grab one. I have one. So I cut the plasticky like folder pieces apart and just cut them into quarters, and then I'll take the top part of packaging, like this part on the backer paper, and cut it off, and I just tape it to the front, and that way I know, like in my bin, that's where that section starts.
Oh.
But I don't organize beyond that point, where like other people I've seen have like within each brand, there's like animals and Christmas, and I don't do all that.
Oh, okay.
Because I would never put it away. It would feel so daunting to have to put it away. I just know myself, and I wouldn't. I would just leave it. I would opt out. So if
It
I
has to be
found
easy.
if I make it easy enough, then it's not overwhelming
Right.
to find
And
things or put them away.
it does have to be easy,
Yeah.
or else it's going to fail.
Yeah, if I know I'm going to be overwhelmed by the whole thing, then I just will choose to not do it. And I understand why that's its own problem, but
I'm having problems with this last one. But that's, yeah, no, it's, you got to know how it works. Oh, I'm trying to make things better. I didn't, and I'm not doing a very good job of it. It's okay. I made this little third one was too small. And so I was trying to piece it together, and it's okay. It's okay. It just didn't look like it was okay. Were you going to send me a lifeline?
I might have played tag. I have the Price is Right fail sound. Don't make me use it.
Bum, 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 bum. I used it Tuesday for my very, very bad dad jokes.
on Tuesdays, do you run the show by yourself?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, snap. They leave you in charge of the whole board?
Well, no. I only have a few choices. But I do have sound effects, and they're fun. But there are different parts of the show, so I do have to be. I have messed up more than I like to say, but it's okay. So far, but I don't have to wear an earpiece on Tuesdays.
Right.
So at least I don't
It's
have to
just
worry about
really
that
funny.
popping out.
Because every time I've been on, we've had issues with my earpieces, my headphones. And this time I got my side figured out, so of course it had to fall out.
Of course it did. I wasn't even surprised when it happened. I was a little bit like, oh, crumb. But it didn't surprise me because seems par for the course. So pressure's off of you. You're going to be fine.
Yeah.
I only play the sound effects if they're deserved. Jury's still out on this one.
Oh, look how cute that is, though.
It
Gonna
is
fold
really
right
cute.
up there. Oh my goodness, that's so cute.
It looks
Now-
like a tea bag.
It does, doesn't it? Oh man, I went to buy some tea today because I thought, oh, good, it'll be on Black Friday. I did think about that, but my favorite teas were sold out. I was very upset.
How rude.
I thought so. So
They
I'll have
should
to
have
come back.
known that you were going to meet them.
I think they're pretty popular teas too. So, c'est la vie. It's kind of, people they're good teas. One was, it has a peppery taste to it. It's mulled plum tea. I think
That
is the
sounds
name of
cool.
it. Oh, it is. And it's peppery, so it's got a little bit of bite to it.
Yeah.
It's very wintry feeling. I don't like it
The
in
only
summer.
tea I can do is chai.
Well, you might like this one then, but it's sold out,
Yeah.
so too bad.
Right.
But
Eventually.
yeah, they'll get it back in. Mulled plum, I think that's mulled plum cider, but it's tea. So anyway, it's good. And the other one was cranberry autumn, and it's very fall.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. And I put away my blueberry for the winter because I don't like it in the winter. It's too summery. See, I'm very rigid about my seasons. Once again. Yeah, it's kind of showing. Ma'am, your rigidity is showing.
I will
So,
say
Heather,
though,
go ahead.
as a diehard Halloween lover,
Mhm.
I have zero problem. Like a lot of people I see complaining online about how early Christmas stuff goes out. But I am the person that shops for Halloween in July. So I just think it's fair at this point.
So do you buy a lot? Well, okay, so let's back up because there's probably some people that don't know about your Halloween experiences. Your family have always had a haunted house, but it's not a spooky, scary, gory haunted house. It's you appear as an actor.
Yeah, it's a very artsy fartsy haunted house.
And so you have a background in costuming. Did you know that Amanda Stevens also does?
I did know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. And you have a background in makeup.
Yep, and special effects and then beauty makeup. Yep.
Yep. So you have all these pieces that go together for this haunted house. And you like wear Victorian dresses? Am I remembering that right?
Yeah, there's a lot of, now it's kind of, we've picked up people from different time areas, I guess, through, in theory, like the history of the show and the characters. So it started out as Russian vampires that, accumulated all of these people that wanted to live weird lives and live in one big crazy house together, kind of like the Munsters or Addams Family a little bit. And so there's a lot of wiggle room for people to kind of have their own fun characters and make it their own. But yeah, a lot of it is, it's right now, it's been in 5 different, we've moved 5 times.
Okay.
This was actually our 31st season.
Wow.
That we just concluded. And right now it's in a over 100-year-old funeral parlor that the town helped us get so that it wouldn't fall to ruin, basically. So we're working on making it spooky inside, but also renovating, which is an entertaining task.
That's tough. That's a big job.
Yeah.
And it's a family business.
Yep. My dad owns it, and now my stepmom. But yeah, I started in 1996, so I was 7. And it feels like a family because I'm not the only one who's been there that long. There aren't a ton of us, but I'm not the only one.
Right.
But yeah, so that's our fun thing we do every year. And now my girls are involved because we also do daytime matinee shows without any scares for the kids on Sunday afternoons in October.
That's nice.
So my girls get to act during those shows. And they're very excited to get all dressed up and act, and they have their lines. And
those who get scared easily appreciate that. I am one.
Yes. Well, yeah, because it's not just like you would think it's only people bringing their kids through, but it's also people who just like love us and have been coming for years and want to see the place with the lights on and see all the detail. And it's also adults who love Halloween and like spooky Halloween movies, but maybe not like the gory slasher movies.
Right.
Who want to feel that spooky feeling without being actually like scared or jump startled, which I think is
startly stuff is horrible.
If that's, you know what I mean? If you like the idea of it, but not the actual like adrenaline rush, or you have like a heart condition or something, it's
seriously
to know your limits.
Right. Well, that's very thoughtful. How are you doing?
Yeah, because of that, I have a deep-seated love of Halloween and all things spooky. And black is my favorite color. And so I've had to be here for Black Friday and wear my black shirt and my black pajama pants to hang out with you.
Well, I'm so glad because it's been a while and I appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've never liked cards that I've made with this with the dark green and the white, but I like this one.
I love it. I think that green makes it look so like festive. That like jewel tone green at the top really makes it look
my broccoli
holiday
card
without it having to be red and green.
Yeah. There's not any red on here. Oop, we got a card. Is that our first one? No?
Oh,
No?
No.
Oh, no. We've gotten many cards. everybody if that wants to play has until Sunday night at midnight. So don't feel like you have to have it done during the show. You don't. And if you're a patron, you want to take your time and dilly-dally, you have until Thursday at midnight, which sometimes, you know, especially right now, you can be pretty busy. It gives you a little break. Somebody asked, what's my drop down? Well, Susan, not only do we have this, so you open it up, that's open up, and this is drop down, and then the panels fall down. Ta-da! So they drop down out of the card, out of the drop down card. Oh my! Stop my nail! Look how cute that little guy is.
Right?
Yes!
Oh, I love him so much. I always
Yes!
forget things are backwards on here.
He is adorable.
Yeah, with my shiny little, I should have put some anti-static powder in there or something. It's like sealed pretty tight now. But
And I like that you use that red ink for the sentiment. That's
yeah,
very
me too. I thought it would be
catchy.
nice to tie it in. I like to try to have, I've learned from Kathy Zilski, the wise card maker that
Kathy.
she is, about that rule of 3.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like in my reindeer, I have red on the scarf, the cup, and his nose. But in my card, I also have red on the reindeer in general, my sentiment, and my sequins.
Yep.
So that's my
You got
rule
it
of
covered.
3 in
Yep.
2 different spots.
And it works like a charm.
Yeah. Most of the time. Sometimes
Most
it
of
gets away from me, but
Yeah. It's okay. Most of the time is good enough off most of the time.
yeah.
This is good. This is good. I think I want one more little thing. So you're done? Are you done?
Yeah, I'm going to add a sentiment to the inside because now you've inspired me. So why not?
I'm so proud.
I have a little cup of good cheer stamp that I think will fit cute because of him holding his little coffee or hot cocoa or whatever.
That's a good idea. I'm going to put my Merry Christmas in there. But I think I'm going to put a shiny red sequin right there. If I can find one. Oh, heavens. I have lots of them right here. I'm looking in the wrong place.
When I went through, oh yeah, I forgot to bring that up earlier, but I went through yesterday and the day before. Yeah, I guess it was Wednesday. And I made a list with all 20 of the element parameters and wrote down an idea for each, just in case.
It's so, it helps though, right?
It helps so much.
Yeah.
To know that, like, no matter what, at least one thing was already taken care of.
Mm-hmm. And we were talking before we came on that I don't know how many stamp sets you could, that's too big. I think you could probably use 5 stamp sets and figure out ways to do all the elements for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I
really
had
do.
like container and drink and like something else could all be a coffee cup. There was like 3 or 4 things that I could use a coffee cup for.
Mm-hmm.
So that was
exactly. Right. I like it. And full disclosure, I have my stamps right here that are set aside that I think I could use for the elements each week because I'm not dumb. It took me a long time to learn it, but I'm slow, but I'm not dumb. So I finally figured it out, and it does work, and I do feel better because then I know, I go, okay, we've got these parameters. What am I going to do? I can do something, and it's so funny that it's never what I thought I would do. I never thought I was going to do this, but
It's
drop
so
down's
cute,
been
though.
on for quite a while. Thank you.
I feel like I haven't seen a card like that with that drop down like that.
I've made these with matchbook cards
Okay.
before, but This is kind of an altered matchbook cover, I guess. If I had to name it, I think I'm going to put a little shiny red sparkle there too, so I am legal both inside and out.
Yeah, I'm going to add a little touch of gloss to Rudolph's nose, I think.
Yeah, he'd appreciate that.
Because
I
why
think
not?
Yeah, might as well. Heather Wong asks, since we talked about polka dots, Heather Wong asks about backgrounds for holiday cards. Do you have a preference on polka dots, plaid, or mixed media? Do you do mixed media for backgrounds?
I do a little. I dabble in like putting a paste through a stencil. Trying to think of what I have right here on my desk. I say my default is probably either wood grain or like a stripe. I love a stripe.
Yeah.
But I also, I love drawn, like illustrated wood grain, and I like realistic-y wood grain, like the background I used tonight.
It gives it such a nice feel, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I also love like a foil. If whatever I'm going to do in the center is very simple, I love a foiled background. That can be really pretty and give you that like pop where you feel like it's more substantial without having to do a ton more work.
Yeah. I like that idea too.
There's questions in the chat asking what red you used, I think, for the sentiment.
The red that I use for the inside and outside is called, it's like my go-to Christmas red. I use it for almost every single card during Christmas. It's from My Favorite Things. It's like Amarina. I always say it wrong. Amarina cherry. I don't know. I don't even know. That looks
I can't
blurry.
see it.
Yeah. Why does it look so blurry?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it came in. Amarina.
Amarina. I don't know, but it's a great holiday red.
Yeah, it is. It's vivid.
It's made many an appearance so far this month.
It's got a real nice richness to it. I like it.
Oh, you know what else I love for a background? I love a dry embossed, like a textured dry embossed background.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
It is. And it really steps things up fast. When you can have, it can be very plain, and then it can really be stepped up.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I had a little piece of Velcro, I'd put that under here, those little cute magnets. But
That's a great idea.
Oh, Velcro, yeah. That's because Mr. Producer uses Velcro for everything.
That's a lie. When appropriate. And it's mostly always appropriate.
That's because he's not dumb either.
He's not dumb, nor is he slow. Keeps me on my toes. Grandma Gay isn't here tonight. She's celebrating with Mr. Santa, her Mr. Santa. There's another Mr. Santa that lives near them. That's Mr. Elkins. But Mr. Grandma Gay, Santa, asks, what colors are over the rainbow for you?
Like what does over the rainbow mean to me?
Yeah, for colors. Where does your fertile mind go?
My first thought, I guess, because of Wizard of Oz, would be to like sepia or black and white.
Oh, interesting. There you go.
Right? Because if you're on the rainbow side, then I would have everything rainbow crazy Technicolor. But if we're going over the rainbow, my first idea would be like a sepia monotone or like black and white.
You are so true to your color parameters. I'm impressed. I am. That's good. I like it. I don't even know. I'm not that smart. I remember we have established. Well, no, I guess I'm slow. It would take me a while to think of the answer because I'm slow, but I would figure it out. But I like that very much. I appreciate that that's true to you. Let's go through this. I'm going to add something. I like that answer very much. Let's go through these. Make sure that Deputy Heidi doesn't have to come arrest us. My drop-down my project is a drop-down front because Caitlin gave me that idea. And then these little cards drop down. I think I might put little words on them, but that's to be determined. My supper table colors are my vegetable platter. I did all greens, so I'm eating this is like spinach on a card. Seasons, obviously, I'm going with a Christmas season. And my shiny, I have I put shiny glitter or shimmer on my cards, and then I have two little sequins that are shiny, pretty, one on the side and one on the front. So that is my card for $191.
I love it.
Thank you. Ooh-ah. For you, what do you got?
So my drop down are my sequins, which if we prep them with some good taps to the top, can drop down to the bottom.
Well,
it still feels like cheating, but Mr. Producer said it, so it must be true.
I think it's true.
And then my supper table colors are, I was going originally in my mind, my wood grain background is my table, and I was going to go for very like apple pie colors with my red and my reindeer, but we added in like a little spinach and a little mashed potato with my scene in the background. My season is right in my sentiment, snowflake kisses and winter wishes. So I have my winter season right there, and my sequins and Rudolph's nose and my shaker panel itself is very shiny.
You make it look very easy.
Flat shakers with a little practice are, in my opinion, very easy. They look way more impressive than they really deserve to be seen because it's
I really
easier
like
than
the
it
flat
looks.
ones, yeah. And if you do have a little powder in there, then they do float around better, and and it works really well. I like a little bead or two in there too for noise, because
or like little glitter.
Something
A little glitter.
It doesn't hurt. Well, we are going to tell everybody how they can play, who's coming up, and give away some stuff and thank our patrons. So if you want to just relax a second, you pulled it off again, and we will be right back to say goodnight to you.
Okay.
Well done. She makes it look so easy. Our cards that we receive as contributions can be very simple. They just have to have those 4 parameters, or they can be very complex. We aren't judging. If you are new here, if you're a new card maker, we're good with that. Just do your very best, take your very best picture, and share with us, because there's always something that we can enjoy. Send that to craftroulette.live. There is a forum open now, and I think it says submission. Follow the rules and the ways to do that, and it will be automatically added to our galleries, which will go live Monday morning at midnight. Ooh, we've got some nice people coming up. You don't want to miss a week. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. Shannon is coming next week. We have not met her yet, and I'm looking forward to it. Christine Bertram, who hasn't been with us for quite a while, will be back. She's always a lot of fun, and she's true Team Purple. Christina Warner will be making her first appearance with us on Craft Roulette. We look forward to meeting her as well. Then we close the year with Biddy Penny, our traditional Biddy Penny night. Yes, the last Friday of the year. Then we're going to start the year with a bang. May Helms will be back with us to get 2024 started right. The Christmas week, we will be taking off. My twin sister will be coming in to read our family Christmas story, Santa's Long Pants. Join us. Invite a friend. There's those beautiful patrons. I do have some things to remember everybody with the patrons besides saying thank you. This week, tomorrow, we have a Club Fun meeting at noon Central Time. We would love to have our Club Funners there. If you want to join us, you are welcome to. We will be just having an online crop. It's very relaxed and very fun. If you do want to know more about card making and hang out with a card making group that will maybe enhance your card making experience, we would love to have you. We do have a lot of bonus content over there, including a weekly third Craft Roulette show, the Patron Show. And this week, I'm looking forward to our guest. It's a mystery. You'll find out soon, later. Also, join us on Tuesday. It's a whole nother thing. And then next Thursday, a week from yesterday, we have our Fun Supporters and Up Happy Birthday Card Party at noon as well. Those are all things for our patrons, and we thank you guys so very much for joining us. It's wonderful. I know it's coming. It's time to give away somebody's stuff. First, we're going to give away some of our stuff. Not much of anything big, but it's fun. I need a pen. There it is. So, if you sent in a card last week, your name is on there and you are qualified to win these wonderful giveaways. So, the first thing we're going to give away, though, is a Krog, a Craft Roulette original giveaway, a handmade card with an itty-bitty gift. I rearranged all my goodies over there this week, and I made a whole little section for Krogs with itty-bitty gifts all over the place. This will go all over the world. Quasi Kitty, it's a cute little story. My mother-in-law wrote it many, many moons ago. And I illustrated it when she first got me in the family. Rebecca Feltner, congratulations. We do need to have you guys go to the claim prize form so that I don't miss you and claim your prize by Sunday night. It's always helpful. It flags me in different things. It really does help. Don't text or message me. I'll miss it or forget it. I'm real good at stuff like that. Or a Craft Roulette goodie bag. This does need to stay in the United States unless you pay my airline ticket. Terry McNeil, congratulations. Will gets a goodie bag. I have lots of goodies to put in those goodie bags. They're all donated by our friends. For a $25 gift certificate, I think it's $25, to Whimsy Stamps. Thank you so much for being our spin sponsor this month. I will be telling you our December spin sponsors on Tuesday on In Review. So if you want to know who it is, join us there. Well, Stacy Cobb, congratulations. I would be happy to get that information to Whimsy Stamps to get you all set up. I will probably do this on Monday. That kind of works out because it just works out. So don't get worried if you send it to me and I don't answer. For a This Calls for Confetti shaker cards, they can help you. Suna Sturk, very good. We will get that information as soon as I get it on Monday to them. So you can go shopping. Desiree Tangles with Paper has just the prettiest new intricate stamp sets. They're big. You'll have fun with them. There's one more to give away. I'm real proud of her to have this new adventure. Oh, Amy Prather-Smith, congratulations. That's cool. Amy was our new mug clubber this week. So how about that? Double header. You'll be getting a roulette stamp and include a thank you stamp. Very good. LDRS. Angie did such a great job. I hope you all got to catch that. If you didn't, go back and check it this weekend if you can. Tony T. I think you're here tonight. So congratulations. I think that's a $30. I can't remember. I don't want to say. For a Kathy Zilski gift certificate. Man, I've taught how many words I say a show.
A lot.
That's like math is more an art than a science around here. A lot. Kim Sharp, congratulations. I will make sure that Kathy knows once you let me know. That's over on craftroulette.live. Claim prize form. Please have it done by Sunday, and I will take care of everything on Monday. Watch for it. Congratulations all. That's nice. We even had a double dipper. Congratulations, Amy, on both of your winnings there. So let's bring Miss Caitlin back on and say good night. Hello. Well, that was fun. You always, like I said, you make it look super easy. But
It was very fun. I feel like this one was the easiest I've gotten off so far with the parameters, but it definitely was fun. I really enjoyed this one a lot.
so the drop down, I think the shaker was really a great idea. I hope we get lots of shaker cards. They're
Me
just
too,
fun.
but I would have never thought to make one like you made, and now I want to try that sometime.
Oh, they're
and
fun.
It's so fun.
I made one for like this for my cousin's little girl when she turned 5, and I had her name drop down. She
That's
liked
fun.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, I bet.
She wrote me a thank you and said I was all sunshine and unicorns and glitter.
That's high praise. You
I
don't
thought
get
so.
you don't get better praise than that from a
No.
5-year-old.
I was
So.
pretty happy. Tell us what else we need to know. What's coming up for you soon?
I mean, anybody who enjoyed seeing me color tonight, you can come hang out with me Tuesdays and Thursday nights, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Pink and Main's channel on YouTube or Facebook. I definitely have some fun things planned and some lives planned on my own YouTube channel. I just checked and my channel jumped up over like 60 new subscribers. So to everybody who already went over and subscribed, thank you so much.
That's cool.
I upload usually once a week. Sometimes I get to do giveaways with the design teams I'm on. You'll never see spam. I don't, as much as it's nice to post like Black Friday things and try to push affiliate links, I don't really do that over there. I like an inspiring kind of vibe and just hanging out and having fun. So hopefully that's what everybody's getting from that. But yeah, otherwise
You're pretty good.
we'll be busy making holiday cards and getting ready for Christmas. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. I'm excited.
You did. I just remembered. You did like 31 days of Halloween cards, didn't you?
So it's 13. Yeah,
13.
I do 13
And it was
days
intense.
leading up to October 1st because I know a
That's
lot of
right.
people like to get their Halloween supplies before like October. This year, because of my new job, I did spread it out through September. I didn't do 13 in a row. That was just felt like a little too much, but I did get 13 Halloween videos in through September to celebrate October.
Yeah, that
So.
was intense. I watched a couple of them. And
Yeah,
like I
it's a
said,
lot, but it's fun, and I definitely try to keep them as technique focused as I can versus product. It's hard because when I am getting new products and I'm excited about, I want to share. But I do try really hard to explain how things can be used with other products. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think it's more fun that way.
There's just a lot out there. And we have a lot in our rooms too. Whole rooms
Yes.
full of stuff. Yeah. And hallways.
My hallway, my coat closet. We put in one of those cubby shelf units in my coat closet now, so I have more storage in my hallway.
It just grows. You wake up,
Yeah.
it's like bunnies. They just
Yep.
there's more every time you turn around. Well, I so appreciate you joining us on Black Friday with your favorite color. I thought that was so fun that you did that. It's time to kiss our brains. It's been a wonderful evening spent with our chatterbox with you, with Mr. Producer. I'll be reading your comments tomorrow. See Club Fun tomorrow. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving. We're very thankful for you. Caitlin, you're a doll. I adore you.
Back at you, Mary Louise.
Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.